How did the talks between Ukraine and the United States about ending the war end? What is Russia's reaction, and is there any hope that peace will come soon? My name is Albina Pidhirnyak. I'll explain the most important things in a moment. The Deep State portal showed the real advance of Russian forces over 3 years and 8 months of the full-scale war. During all this time, the occupiers captured only 23% of Donetsk region. Most of this territory was taken in the first weeks of 2022. Meanwhile, strikes continue to regularly hit inside Russia. Russia's defense ministry said that about 130 drones were shot down last night. There were loud explosions in Moscow, Belgorod and the Astrakhan region. In Astrakhan, a gas processing plant was hit. Last night, Moscow was hit hard. Russians say they were lucky to hide in bunkers. Everything could have been normal. They could be celebrating New Year and not worrying about anything. All they had to do was remove their terrorist government.
It was flying right above us. It was right above us.
Start recording emergency video.
Talks between the United States and Russia have ended. They were tense. The reason is that the US side is pushing for a so-called demilitarized economic zone in Donbas. Ukraine has rejected this proposal. The German outlet Bild reports that Ukraine is ready to freeze the war along the current line of contact and accept the de facto loss of control over occupied territories. However, Ukraine is not ready to withdraw its troops from the parts of Donetsk region that it still controls. At the same time, the Kremlin is pretending that it doesn't know the details of these talks.
Yes, negotiations on a settlement between Kiev and Washington were held in Berlin. Tell me, please, does Witkov's team discuss any nuances or provisions with Moscow in real time as they discuss them with Ukraine? If so, who is the contact with? Is Moscow waiting for information?
No, it does not. Now the work is underway. As far as we understand, it continues today. It is conducted between US negotiators, Europeans, and Ukrainians. After they have completed their part of the work, we will expect that we will receive from our American interlocutors the vision that is being discussed today in Berlin.
Russian politicians in Europe are still active. Slovak Prime Minister Robert Fico said he will not support Ukraine joining the European Union.
And on the other hand, they will be the first to prevent Ukraine from joining the European Union. We cannot get ahead of others. It is 100 times better than Ukraine to beware of corruption in Ukraine, because we do not know how much money has been stolen there. So far, the European Union has given 177.5 billion euros to Ukraine.
Europeans continue to support Ukraine. Ordinary people are showing strong support for our country, and we are very grateful for that. In the Czech Republic, an anonymous donor donated almost $5 million to the initiative called A Gift for Putin.
Thanks to donors, Lesia Kopchak has been supporting Ukrainian soldiers since the first day of the war. Now they bring them 200 to 300 drones with optical fiber every month. Her team has a workshop on the outskirts of Prague.
Each piece is developed together with the soldiers, so everything we do based on what they have told us.
It will receive money for the production of drones with optical fiber, which, among other things, can withstand jammers, from the Gift for Putin initiative. It will be part of the $100 million sum of one donor.
He is a traditional great Czech entrepreneur and philanthropist. We also give part of that money to Czech organizations, where we are sure that the projects they are involved in make sense.
For example, the production of camouflage nets for the Ukrainian army. The project will also help people from Ukraine who live in the Czech Republic.
Mothers with very young children or seniors need some help, and all the programs that were available to them will basically end with the next government.
Team for Ukraine will receive money from a $100 million donation for the purchase of the second Czech firefighting robot, Hector. It will be given to firefighters from Kharkiv.
A rocket or simply a drone falls somewhere and there is a risk that another one will come, so they can send the robot there.
This will save their lives. In addition to the firefighting robot, we will send other ambulances on the Hummer chassis, which we are armoring, modifying. We have already delivered 3 ambulances there, which are saving lives there.
Thank you so much for your support in Ukraine. Thank you for watching this video. Leave your comment where you're watching from. Support Ukraine. Glory to Ukraine.